We all know about culture shock when going to a new country. But what about reverse culture shock when you return to your own country? So this is a problem which can happen after living abroad, and in this video I'm going to talk about how I experienced it. So when you live abroad and then return to your home country, sometimes you can have an experience of reverse culture shock. Things which you took for granted before now seem strange and even difficult. So here are some examples when I moved back to Greece. People expect you to be happy. Just because you have your family and old friends around you doesn't mean that it feels the same as it did. Of course, it's nice to have them around you again, but when you come back from another country, you might feel like they don't understand how you've changed, and you may feel more lonely around them after you move back home. You get reminded of annoying things people in your country do. No matter where you grew up, once you go to live in another country, there will be some situations where you will like the way people in the new country do things better. Maybe they're more honest, more warm, or more polite in some situations. Or some things are just different and you learn how to live in a different way. When you go back to your country, you will notice things you're no longer used to. And it will probably give you some surprising negative impressions. For example, in Greece, people don't stop at pedestrian crossings. And I almost got run over several times. Trust me, it was not fun. I never noticed that before I went to live abroad and came back. You miss the close friends you made abroad and who you were able to be when you were with them. When living abroad, we grow a lot, and this means that the people with whom we have these experiences mean a lot to us. I miss my friends who I used to share the most special moments in my expat life. The stuff we went through together changed me, and my friends at home just didn't understand. You have less in common with your old friends. When you were in another country, you got used to different and new things, which became part of what you love, who you are, and your daily routine life. It can feel like going backwards when you go back home and you're expected to be the same person you were before and enjoy things the same way as you used to. Maybe you can find new friends who resonate with the way you have changed and accept you for who you have become rather than who you were. Other people who had lived abroad and come back will be able to share your experiences. People have moved on with their lives. When you go home, don't expect everyone will be exactly how you left them. They've also continued with their lives, changed their circle of friends, and became different people. You've changed, they changed, so you don't have the same closeness as you did before you left. They need to make space for you in their lives from scratch. This makes you feel like an outsider in your own country and even in your old circle of friends. Give yourself some time to reintegrate and realize who are the people from the past and who you want around you now. They just don't get it. You want to share your experiences with your old friends, family, and people back home in general. They just don't get it. Did you learn to express yourself in a new language? Did you learn to cook with new ingredients and have a lifestyle completely different than the people at home? If you try to describe it, they might look at you with a blank stare and may not understand at all what it was like to have those experiences. So sometimes it feels very, very lonely. You have to talk in your own language once again. The way that you've changed when living abroad might have to do a lot with the language you were speaking. When I got used to a new way of interacting in another language and when I had to go back and speak Greek, it was a bit weird. Sometimes I couldn't express myself or things just seemed strange. My brain would be stuck on certain words and expressions, and my friends would always make fun of me for hesitating. It took a few months to get used to speaking proper Greek again. Overall, it might be frustrating when you go back home and you have lived all these experiences, and the ways of your old life may shock you, but it's a part of growing as a person, and it will take a while to get used to things again. But don't worry, you will carry the richness of living abroad with you inside your heart forever. That's why we started this channel, Rising Nomad. We understand how disorienting it can be to have to become a global citizen, disconnected from your home country and upbringing. Subscribe for more content which we release about the deep topics of expat and digital nomad lifestyles. Also, you can join our Facebook group from the link in the description to be a part of our community and interact with us. Thanks for watching, and remember, you're not alone.